Imagine a world where two superpowers never fight directly, yet entire nations burn in their shadow. The United States and the Soviet Union. Two giants locked in a silent war. No tanks facing each other. No missiles fired across borders. But the battlefield. Globe showing Europe, Africa, Asia, Africa, Latin America, and the Middle East. This was the Cold War. A war of ideologies, spies, revolutions, and proxy conflicts, where millions fought but the real enemies never met on the battlefield. Today, we uncover the secret wars fought by USA and USSR, the proxy wars that reshaped our world forever. Section 1. The War Without Fighting. After World War II, the world split into two camps. USA, capitalism, democracy, free markets. USSR, communism, socialist revolution, state control. But both superpowers knew one truth. If we fight directly, the world will end in nuclear destruction. So they chose a different strategy. Fire fight through other countries. Fire support armies, rebels, dictators, and revolutions. Fire win power without declaring war. This became the era of proxy wars. Section 2. Korean War, 1950 to 1953. The first major battleground. Korea. North Korea, supported by USSR and China. South Korea, supported by USA and United Nations. It became a brutal war. Mountains turned into graveyards. Cities turned to ashes. Millions died. Yet when the war ended, backhand index pointing right, Korea remained divided. Backhand index pointing right, families separated forever. Backhand index pointing right, the Cold War had officially gone global. Section 3. Vietnam War, the war America couldn't win. Vietnam, the Jungle War. North Vietnam backed by USSR and China. South Vietnam backed by USA. America believed military power would win. But the Viet Cong fought with guerrilla warfare, tunnels, and sheer determination. Helicopters crashed. Forests burned. But the Soviets applied resistance never stopped. In the end, backhand index pointing right USA withdrew. Backhand index pointing right Vietnam united under communism. Backhand index pointing right and the world realized, superpower doesn't always mean victory. Section 4. Afghanistan, the USSR's Vietnam. In 1979, the Soviet Union invaded Afghanistan. But they didn't expect what came next. Afghan Mujahideen, backed by USA, Pakistan, and Arab allies, supplied with weapons, training, and intelligence. The mountains became a trap for the Soviet army. Helicopters were shot down. Troops were exhausted. After 10 painful years, backhand index pointing right USSR withdrew. Backhand index pointing right the empire was weakened. Backhand index pointing right and soon, the Soviet Union collapsed. Afghanistan became the battlefield that shattered a superpower. Section 5. The Silent Weapons. Spies, propaganda, and space. The Cold War wasn't only about soldiers. It was also about man-detective spies and intelligence wars. Movie camera propaganda and media influence. Rocket space race, moon versus cosmos. Moneybag funding revolutions and regimes worldwide. Every small conflict, every rebellion, every regime change, somewhere in the background, backhand index pointing right USA or USSR was pulling the strings. Conclusion. Who really won? The Cold War ended in 1991, the Soviet Union collapsed, and the United States emerged as the only superpower. But the cost was huge. Millions of lives lost in proxy wars. Nations left unstable. Conflicts still burning today. In reality, there were no true winners. Only lessons written in blood and history. If you want more deep dive war history stories like this, backhand index pointing right, like the video. Backhand index pointing right, subscribe to Warzone. Backhand index pointing right and tell us in the comments, which Cold War conflict should we cover next?
Vietnam? Afghanistan?
Cuban Missile Crisis? Your choice becomes our next story.